there's two really big concepts: body language and pressure and release. Today I'm going to tell you about pressure and release. What do I want to say about pressure and release? I don't know. What should I say about pressure and release?
I don't know.
I really lean towards the natural horsemanship style of training. It makes sense for me and my brain, it makes sense with my horses, and I've seen great results with it. So that's what I really heavily lean into, but I also, of course, make it my own and make it what works for me and my horses. So the concept of pressure and release is that you apply pressure and then you release that pressure when the horse gives you what you want. So really it's just this concept of you give them the cue, and then as they figure out what you're asking for from that cue, you then increase pressure to kind of make them uncomfortable, kind of just encourage them to move until they give you what you want, and then you release. And slowly, all horses learn that whenever you give that really light, kind cue, they then eventually learn what you're asking for, and they can give it to you really quickly, really easily. Pressure and release does not have to be this big, crazy thing. And any tool that you're using, such as a rope or a whip, it's you that's telling them to move, not those tools. Pressure and release is good in groundwork and in the saddle, and it's really just working on teaching them what you want them to do with very light cues. And so it's great communication both ways, because there's feedback for them to communicate with you as well as you to communicate back with them. It's important that it goes both ways. Bucky here is going to help us demonstrate. So we've got pressure and release. Super easy. We've got pressure and release. I didn't even really pull on him. He knew when I start to walk, that's the cue he walks. Now we've got pressure, a little bit more pressure, release. So we've got pressure and release. Super kind, super simple, no big deal. Pressure, release. I don't even know if you can see my rope wiggle in that. Pressure, release. Super soft. That's what we want, is softness and communication, not yanking them all around. Pressure, release. Pressure, release. It's not always that easy, and in our next video or in a different video talking about body language, that's where it really comes together, because what about when they don't do what you're asking for quickly? So that's where body language and just sticking to your guns and just slowly and kindly applying pressure till they give it to you. Also watching their body language, if they're getting anxious or if it's scared. Like, you don't want them to get to a frantic state of mind. You want them to be calm and receptive and respectful of you. So that is pressure and release. Let me know if you have any questions.